even going a minute and then see what it says.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
Is he loud enough now?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, we're live right now, so.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Megan? I am talking now.
Bill's talking as well.
Me up more. Megan, how's this working?
Can you tell any difference in his mic now?
Megan, can you hear me now?
He's loud enough now.
Can you hear me, Megan? I am talking, Megan.
It's fine. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Bill, can you test as well?
Test 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I see that. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. So that would be number 4. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Is that better? That's good. Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test.
It's now time for the pregame show brought to you by A-Plus Federal Credit Union. We're here with head coach Jansen Hightower. And, Coach, it's the second game of the season, second regular season game. You got Hardin-Simmons coming in tonight. And what's your team have to do to beat this good team out of Abilene?
I think first it starts on the defensive end as far as you got to find their shooters. You got to know that Justin Jones, playing the 5 at 6'8", can shoot threes. They're going to play fast, and if we don't get back in transition, it's going to be trouble. We got to limit it to one shot, and then we need to attack their pressure in the half court.
Hardin-Simmons, a team that's picked first in the ASC West this year. And Jones, a guy, he can really stretch it out, like you said. Hardin-Simmons has been known for having that 1-3-1 kind of pressure zone in the past. And they lost one of those key players, though, on the defensive end, an All-American and Derek Jefferson. So without him, what have you seen their defense kind of transition toward this year?
Yeah, the only game I've seen against Schreiner that really didn't run any zone. It was man-to-man in the half court, but pressure on the ball, and they're still trying to gap passes, trying to shoot passing lanes. And
I think that's too early. So this is gonna play for another 4 minutes. So we got plenty of time because we must be
playing SCA. Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you. We got busy. This will just be, I don't need it right now. In case this gets lost.
And they got to be strong enough to finish the game, to make a comeback. I believe 10 or 8 points with about 8 minutes left. And I said, we need to get this one possession at a time. By the 4-minute mark, get it down to 4 points. And then after that, it's anybody's ball game. We were actually able to, in a couple minutes, tie it, which was great. And then we just continued to push and went on a big run and got stops. I think we held them, a 17-3 run over a time period. And so we were getting stops and we were getting to the basket on offense.
Certainly had a number of big plays down the stretch. One that I can think of is where Zach Whitlock blocked a shot on the defensive end of the court and then turned it into instant offense. He took the ball all the way up the court and had a nice bounce pass to the corner, and it turned it into a transition three-pointer. A guy like Zach Whitlock, who's coming off SCAC Player of the Week honors, what does he mean to your team, and what are you looking from him for tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, Zach brings just a lot of different things. I think he does everything except shoot threes, pretty much. He took 5 charges in that game. He fills the stat line as far as points, rebounds, steals, blocks, assists, all those things. And he really can handle the ball and pass the ball. We've had to play him at a bigger position just out of necessity. And he will be he's a great defensive anchor. He's not really trying to block any shots, but he'll stop guys from driving in there taking charges. So he's huge for our success, and he's going to play a lot of minutes and contribute a lot as we go forward.
Whitlock scored 23 points and had 7 rebounds in the win over Howard Payne. Earlier this week, he played St. Edwards down in Austin in an exhibition contest. And a guy that, again, is showing the emergence of what he's been able to do is Ryan Ogden. And you talked a little bit earlier in the week just about how he did in limited time against St. Edwards. He did well against Howard Payne, too, in the season opener. He had a double-double. And it was a guy that he hit a couple three-pointers that really helped fuel that run near the end of the game. What have you seen from Ogden in the move from last year to this year to his sophomore season? How has he made that leap?
I think he's just become a better overall player. I think he's gotten stronger, as have most of our guys. He's been able to put the ball on the floor more and become more of an offensive threat. He took 3 threes against St. Ed's and made them all. Ball screen and pop, a catch and shoot, and he's getting to the rim. I think he scored 19 points on 8 shots, which is just awesome, and got 9 rebounds, I think, in 22 minutes against a good Division II team. So he's become more of a complete player. As long as he's taking good shots, smart shots, with his teammates, he's going to be a heck of a player in the next 3 years.
Coach, we appreciate your time, and we'll let you get back to preparing for Hardin-Simmons. And again, tip-off coming up here in a couple of minutes. Stick around. You're watching Southwestern basketball on College TV Ticket. And welcome to everyone watching on College TV Ticket. This is the first play-by-play broadcast of the Southwestern Pirates men's basketball team. I'm Tony Baldwin, Assistant Sports Information Director, and I'm joined by Assistant Athletic Director Bill Raleigh, also a former head coach for the Pirates. And Bill, it's great to have you here tonight. We're ready to get going here in game number 2 of the season.
Excited to be here, Tony, and that looks like Pirates are off to a good start this year, and we've got 4 games at home to start the year, so excited to get going.
Southwestern 1-0 on the year. Hardin-Simmons, their opponent tonight, also 1-0 on the year. Hardin-Simmons comes into this game picked as the number 1 team in the ASC West Division. And they got a pretty good player in Justin Jones, who will be going up against Zach Whitlock for the opening tip. Give you the starters right after this as Hardin-Simmons wins the tip, and quickly Nathaniel Jack to the hoop and lays it in. Connor Kim brings it up the court for the Pirates. Kim, Molina, Ryan Ogden who has the ball. He knifes into the lane, lays it in, and misses. Justin Jones comes up with a rebound. Back on the other side, a quick three-pointer by Caleb Spoon. No good, but he gets his own rebound as it's knocked away from Chris Molina. O'Neal over to Hopper. Long three-pointer straight away, no good. Ogden with the board.
That's what Hardin-Simmons wants to do. They want to shoot a lot of threes.
Zach Whitlock quickly back the other way. He's fouled after a nice outlet pass from Connor Kim.
As you can see in the early going, Tony, both teams are going to be pushing the ball up and down the floor a little bit. Hardin-Simmons loves to shoot the three in transition, and Ryan Ogden and Zach have both attacked the rim, which is something we need to do. I think rebounds is going to be one of the keys in the game.
Zach Whitlock, 6'5", 190-pounder from San Angelo at the line. Takes the first free throw. It's up and in.
It's a good, strong transition, and again, I think this is going to come down to rebounding. We've got to make sure we give them one and done, and that'll trigger transition for us.
Whitlock at the line, the reigning SCAC Player of the Week, had 23 points in the win over Howard Payne. Front rims that one. It's a rebound quickly by Nathaniel Jack. Christian O'Neal comes up the court. We have a timeout, though, as looks like the shot clock didn't get reset. It's at 17 seconds, so they'll reset that. Hardin-Simmons will take the ball out of bounds. Go ahead and quickly go over the starters again from Hardin-Simmons. Caleb Spoons at one guard. Christian O'Neal's the point guard. Nathaniel Jack and Dwayne Hopper are the forwards, and Justin Jones is the center. And Jones is really the centerpiece of this team after they lost Derek Jefferson, an All-American. That's a deep three-pointer from O'Neal. Nice offensive rebound from Jack in the lane. Tried to get it to Jones underneath. It's knocked out of bounds, and the Pirates will get the possession.
That's 2 early offensive rebounds for Hardin-Simmons. That doesn't bode well for us. We've got to make sure we clean up the glass.
Nathaniel Jack, a very athletic, a small forward. And he's guarding Ryan Ogden here on the near side of the court. Molina back to Whitlock. A nice backdoor cut, but it's blocked by Jones.
Nice play by Jones there, getting back on the good pick-and-roll play.
Nathaniel Jack again to the rim, and you can see his athleticism is going to be a problem for the Pirates. He's got all 4 of the Cowboys' points. Connor Kim on the far side hands it off to Ogden, and now back to Kim. Zach Whitlock trying to come up and set a screen, and instead he'll take the bounce pass. Backdoor cut to Kim. He'll lay it off the glass and in.
Nice cut by Kim. Nice find by Whitlock.
Hardin-Simmons back into the front court. Christian O'Neal over to Nathaniel Jack. Hopper pops out, looking inside for Jones. They'll get it into him. Ogden comes down and disrupts the shot and gets the defensive rebound.
Good help side there by Ryan Ogden.
Connor Kim back into the front court, being guarded closely by Christian O'Neal. Passed over to Ben Stiver. Here's a left-handed three-pointer from Ogden. Rims out, but an offensive rebound by Zach Whitlock. Chris Molina, left-handed dribble, goes baseline. Now back up top to Connor Kim. Over to Molina. Pump fakes, gets Jack into the air. Here's a three-pointer, and that's good.
Nice ball movement by the Pirates there. Finally found Molina open.
Good pump fake by Molina in the corner. The Pirates have taken a 6-4 lead. Hopper pops out, still looking for Jones inside. He's being guarded by Whitlock, and he's going to be called for the hook and an offensive foul and a turnover.
That's that new point of emphasis. He had one arm down, wrapped up Whitlock, and that's an easy call for the official.
Justin Jones has a couple of inches on the 6'3" Zach Whitlock in the post, but good position gets him the turnover and the offensive foul. Connor Kim back into the front court. Left-handed pass over to Molina. Back to Kim. Straightaway three-pointer. That one's off the right side of the rim and out of bounds.
Nice little set there. That's their point set. Nice little drag screen by Whitlock up top. Got Kim wide open at the top of the key.
Nathaniel Jack inbounds the ball to Christian O'Neal, who's into the near court. O'Neal is 6'1", 175-pound junior from Lubbock. He transferred from Clarendon College. Over to Jack. This one quickly inside to Jones. Knocked away by Molina, but the Cowboys will inbound underneath the basket.
You can see what the Cowboys are trying to do. They're going to look to shoot the three and also then try to get Jack down low. Pirates did a good job of helping on the weak side and collapsing on the post.
Spoon to trigger the inbound. Quickly to Jack.
Still hasn't left the lane.
Outside, now inside to Jones. In the lane, trying to back down Whitlock. Knocked away by Stiver. Here comes Chris Molina into the front court. He'll lay it up and in, and he gets the foul.
Good help side by the Pirates down there. Got the deflection and the turnover, and nice finish by Chris Molina in transition.
Ben Stiver knocked it away and got it to Chris Molina, who was able to make it up court and get the ball in the hoop. Quashawn Breland is in for the Cowboys. 6'8", 220-pound freshman from Tyler. As Molina connects on the free throw, it's 9-4 Southwestern. Jack over to Hopper. Now back up top for Spoon. On the right side to Ryan Lice. Here's Spoon for a three-pointer. It's off the right side of the rim and out of bounds. Looks like it was knocked out by Chris Molina.
That Nathaniel Jack is very active on the glass. He's someone we've got to make sure we get a body on every shot because he is all over the place. Nathaniel
Jack with a couple of offensive rebounds also has all 4 points for the Cowboys here in the early going. 9-4, the Southwestern Pirates have the lead with 16:22 to play here in the first half. Lice gets the ball out on the right side. Looking inside, it's knocked away, trying to get it to Nathaniel Jack. Connor Kim comes away with it, and here come the Pirates. Whitlock sets the screen. Cowboys switch it. Kim gets it over to Ogden on the right wing. Whitlock trying to post up, now bounces outside as the ball goes to Molina. Molina guarded by Spoon, kicked out to Ryan Ogden, goes baseline. Now we'll try to swing it across. There's an open three-pointer for Molina, rims out, and Jack will knock it out of bounds, and the Pirates will retain possession.
Good ball movement by the Pirates there. Got the ball both sides of the floor and ended up getting a wide-open look by Molina.
9-4 Southwestern in the lead with 15:45 to play. A couple of new substitutions for the Cowboys. Cameron Barnes comes in, 6'3", 160-pound guard out of Dallas. And Deshaun Dixon, a 6'4" guard out of Corpus Christi. Ryan Lice guarding Connor Kim going to the hoop. Tried to force that one too much, and Jack comes away with a rebound. Jack quickly back the other way. Too strong for Breland. Here come the Pirates. Ogden and Kim running 2-on-2. Ogden will try to scoop it up, but they say it's on the floor, so the bucket won't count. Still be 9-4, and the Pirates are going to inbound it from underneath the basket.
It's nice to have when your four-man can take the ball length of the floor and get to the rim there, put a lot of pressure on him. Point guard's got to do a little bit better job of finding somebody to pass when he makes that penetration because he's not going to get the shot up over this size.
Connor Kim trying to inbound it on the baseline, gets it over to Molina, took a look at a three, now drives in. It's blocked by Breland and out of bounds, and the Pirates will again inbound it from underneath the basket.
I like the Pirates going after their big guys. They're going to block some shots because of their size, but they're not going to, I think if we keep after them, they're going to call some fouls too.
Chris Molina listed at 6 foot, no problem going inside. He gets it to 6'3", Zach Whitlock. Had his dribble picked up, pushes it back out to Molina. Screens for Molina.
Oh, the pick and roll is open.
And looks like Ogden just lost it out of bounds, took one step too many there, kicked it off his knee and out of bounds.
Hardin-Simmons is really hedging those ball screens hard. There's going to be an opportunity to drop that little pocket pass for the big guys rolling. I think we're going to do some damage for them.
Pirates lead it 9-4, just over 15 to play here in the first half. Live from the Robertson Center in Georgetown, Texas. This is the second game of the year for Southwestern. Lice with the ball, kicks it over on the far side to Jack, who's on the right wing, guarded by Ogden. Spin move up into the lane. And they're going to call an offensive foul, so Jack will pick up the foul.
Great job by Zach Whitlock. He makes a living at that. Does a great job getting in position, cut off the drive, and Jack just ran him over.
Connor Kim will bring the ball back up court. Under 15 to play. Ryan Ogden swings it over to Molina. Kim underneath the basket. Quick turn. Kind of pump faked, or rather double clutch. Zach Whitlock will knock it in for the Pirates. It is a 7-point lead.
That's one of those point guards he's got to shoot that quick. He can't worry about the guy coming to block it. He worried so much he got himself in trouble, but great follow by Whitlock.
Dixon fires a three-pointer. Kim comes away with a rebound. Kim quickly up the court. It's a 3-on-2, but it's blocked as Kim tried to take to the hoop.
That one, he's got to hit his shooter on the wing. Good penetration, but got to hit his shooter on the wing.
Molina was on one side, Ogden on the other. The Cowboys now with the ball. Jack over to Barnes. Now Dixon. Lice comes up. The high post, kicked it outside for Jack. Nice pass inside. That one's going to be another offensive foul. And that is the second charge, third offensive foul by the Cowboys tonight.
Another great job by Whitlock there, just stepping in the way. Really helps your defense. He's not a shot blocker at the rim. He makes guys think about getting that charge.
Kerry Sanders checks in, 6'1", 160-pound guard from DeSoto. Takes over for Chris Molina. Nice back cut by Stiver. Pump fakes, lets his man go by, and then lays it in. It's 13-4.
Great set out of point. And nice back cut. Good hard cut by Ben Stiver.
Stiver able to collect himself before he went up. Got an open look at the basket. Now inside, knocked away. Connor Kim races out, and he'll take it to the hoop. Left-handed lay-in is no good, but what an athletic follow by Ryan Ogden.
Great team play there. Ryan never gave up on it, and Connor did a great job of getting on the rim. May have got hit a little bit, but Ryan was there to pick it up for him.
Floater in the lane, a nice play by Nathaniel Jack, and he still has all the Cowboys' points. It's 15-6. Pirates quickly trying to go the other way. Kim turns it over. Nathaniel Jack on the right wing. Inside to Breland, but it's knocked away, and the Pirates are keeping up with this pace, Bill.
And it's something they want to do this year a little more. They've got some guys. The big guys can run. They look like we just said the last possession we got a little bit tired, but I think they can go after them, and they really are making them have to guard in the half court. That's the key. And if you watch that little point set where they hit the big guy at the elbow and then run and screen on the wings, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. So I think that's something we can work on, and then got to take care of the ball in transition. Though you can't give up those easy ones or give away that pass to Whitlock, the last one. But the big thing in the game is they're playing defense. They scored 4 quick points, and the last 6 minutes they've only scored 2 points. So they're doing a great job of challenging and making it tough and doing a great job on the glass.
12:53 to play in the opening half. It's 15-6 in favor of the home team, Southwestern. JT Williams checks in for his first action. He saw 2.5 minutes in the season opening win over Howard Payne last week. Nnamdi Akabogo also in. Justin Jones back on the floor for Hardin-Simmons, as is Christian O'Neill, who has the ball on the right wing. Jones coming to set a screen. O'Neill, guarded by Williams, pulls up at the elbow and knocks in a jumper. And finally, someone other than Nathaniel Jack has a bucket for the Cowboys.
JT Williams there was in good position. He's got to get his hand up to make it a challenge shot.
Williams just a freshman as Kerry Sanders takes it to the hole. Akabogo comes up with the offensive rebound. Sanders has it in the corner. Sanders in the lane, tries to get over to Akabogo. And it looks like a foul is going to be called on the Cowboys.
Tony, this is the time where, not having Chris Lee, the senior guard, this is where you're getting a little bit deeper into the bench. Great opportunity for JT Williams, the first-year player, to see if he can get some minutes. But this is danger time right now. We've got to make sure we continue to expand this lead.
Nnamdi Akabogo at the line. Makes his first free throw of the year. Akabogo a season ago averaged 1.1 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 7.4 minutes per game. Sophomore forward from San Antonio misses on the second one. And the rebound goes to Nathaniel Jack for the Cowboys. Pirates lead it 16-8 with 12:11 to play. O'Neill gets past Williams, who commits a foul.
And that's that point of emphasis. You can't put a hand on a guy's hip and ride him.
Foul number 2, JT Williams.
JT Williams picks up his first foul, 6'1", 185-pounder from Houston. O'Neill with the ball on the right wing, guarded by Williams. Jack coming over to set a screen. Williams fights through it. O'Neill into the lane, and that ball gets away from him, but a foul is called on the play.
This is fouls are 7-2 on the scoreboard. You're going to be interesting to see how the officials handle this as they try to even it up right now.
Ryan Ogden picks up the foul.
But JT Williams has got to do a little bit better job of staying down and making the guy shoot over the top of him instead of trying to get a steal. That's something a young player needs to learn how to do.
Christian O'Neal was 4 of 5 coming into this game from the free throw line. He's now 5 of 6. He hits the first. Second one in as well. 16-10. Pirates still in front. Harry Sanders gives it to JT Williams, who will bring the ball up court. Williams guarded by Spoon. Bounce pass to Akabogo at the left elbow. He'll fire the shot from there. It's a little bit long. Rebound to Jack.
Not the shot we're looking for.
Justin Jones will step out and shoot a three-pointer. His is off the mark. Offensive putback, no good, and out of bounds off of Hardin-Simmons.
Yeah, we got to do a little better job there. Kerry Sanders got to get a body on him. Got to secure that rebound.
Kerry Sanders, 6'1", 160-pounder from DeSoto.
With that elbow jump shot by Namdi is not exactly what Coach wants in his offense right now.
JT Williams kicks it to Ogden. Thought about trying to give it to Stiver. Has to pick up his dribble, though. Kerry Sanders comes and bails him out on the right wing. Going left-handed dribble. Now back to Ogden. Drives it down to the block. Left-handed lay-in is good. Quickly back the other way. Hopper with it on the baseline. Gets away from it. And Spoon fires a three-pointer. It's no good. Sanders with the board.
Defensive transition. We're going to make sure we get back.
That one goes off of Ogden's hands and out of bounds. A couple more subs checking back in. It's two starters for the Pirates, Kim and Whitlock.
Just a little bit of fatigue there by Ryan. Took his eye off the ball. We're going to do a better job of defensive transition. There was a run out by Dwayne Hopper there and ended up getting a good look at the three.
Yeah, Hopper was behind the Pirates and just couldn't corral it. This time, O'Neal fires a three-pointer. It's no good. Williams had a hand on it, but it gets knocked over to Nathaniel Jack for another offensive board, and he'll pull up for a short jumper.
Hardin-Simmons, most of their offense is coming off offensive rebounds, so we're going to do it better again. It's going to be the battle the whole night is can they rebound well enough.
Nathaniel Jack with 8 points as Connor Kim goes through the lane, and he gets swatted away by Justin Jones. Nathaniel Jack with another rebound. O'Neal will kick it over to Dwayne Hopper. That's a corner three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound again for the Cowboys. Hopper with a free throw line jumper, and that one's good.
Offensive rebounds are killing you. Got to make better decisions on the offensive end. There are too many quick shots and too many opportunities where guys are just driving into too much size.
Foul called on the play. Looks like Akaboger is going to go to the free throw line.
So right now, Hardin-Simmons is starting to switch everything. So the Pirates have got to get some movement, get guys back cut, and get them chasing a little bit.
I don't even know where my phone's at. It's not working.
12, 7-point ball.
I can tell you the FMS URL if that helps you out. Okay, it says broadcast7.collegetvticket.com/Southwestern. Bit rate 48 kbps.
What's the lead? What the 2?
1,000. Okay. It says 736.42. Headset's on. So everything you're saying is on the air then, right? Okay, so you hear... No, that's me. That's what I'm saying.
Checking in for the box number 25, Dan Snyder. For Hardin-Simmons, number 21, Maverick Harris. And number 13, Ryan Weeks.
.6:13 left to play here in the opening half. 24-19, Southwestern with the lead. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
We've had some intensity since we went off the air there. Both teams have picked it up. Both coaches have gotten a little bit more excited.
Kerry Sanders with the ball. Now over to Connor Kim. Inside to Whitlock, and that's an easy lay-in.
Nice screen across there.
26-19, Southwestern out in front of Hardin-Simmons. Nathaniel Jack with the ball, looking on the left side. Number 21, Maverick Harris, actually goes inside. Justin Jones hits the jumper, 26-21.
Yeah, too easy right there. That was too deep. Whitlock's got to do a better job of moving.
26-21, Southwestern with the lead. 5:42 to play here in the opening half. Southwestern 1-0 on the year. Hardin-Simmons 1-0. See if we can get a look at some of the stats that Southwestern shooting 40.7% from the floor. Hardin-Simmons shooting 43%, 9 of 21. Offensive rebounds, though, were the story early. It's 17-13 total rebounds, that is, in favor of Hardin-Simmons. Actually, Southwestern out-rebounding Hardin-Simmons on the offensive glass, 7-5.
But it's all about what you do with them, and the 5 that they've got, I think they've scored on 4 of them. Big one stat right there is Hardin-Simmons 1 of 11 from behind the arc, and that's where they've got to be. If they hit threes, it makes it very difficult for us because right now they're establishing Justin Jones is playing really well down deep. If they start hitting threes with that combination, it's very difficult.
Jones a mismatch both inside and out right now as Whitlock tries to take it to the hole. Whistle blown, and I think it's going to be a defensive foul. It is.
As a member of the Rules Committee, that was an illegal screen by Ben Stiver there. He kind of ran into the defender, but we got to work on that a little bit.
That was Maverick Harris who was called for the foul, 6'5", 190-pound junior out of Bernie. He's a transfer from Schreiner where he was an all-SCAC honorable mention pick last year. Whitlock at the line, hits the free throw. Zach Whitlock with 8 points. Whitlock again to the line. 23 points and 7 rebounds in the Pirates season opener that led to SCAC Player of the Week honors. Misses the back end.
Got to make those free throws. That's how you extend the lead a little bit. So we've missed 3 of them so far.
O'Neal into the front court on the right wing. Ryan Lice kind of come up, and he picks up the ball. Jones standing just inside the free throw line, guarded by Whitlock. Now will screen on Kerry Sanders. O'Neal still dribbling on the right side. Gets it down inside, though, to Jones. Nice hook on the right side.
He's just too comfortable right now down there.
27-23, Pirates still in front. Connor Kim picks it up. Backdoor cut by Molina. Tries to hit it to Stiver. He's underneath the basket, though. Whistle is blown. And that's either going to be on Justin Jones or Maverick Harris. And that'll be the second one on Harris, who just checked in.
It's a nice catch by Ben Stiver there. He caught that one hard in the chest and was able to hang on to it, and then nice pump fake down. Got the guys in the air and got a foul.
Ben Stiver has 2 points at the free throw line, misses the front end.
Yeah, and those free throws are huge.
Dixon back in, so is checking in for the Pirates is Stan Kannegeeter, freshman from the Netherlands.
Nice long body there. See if he can make Justin Jones work a little bit in the post.
Stiver hits the second free throw. It's 28-23 Southwestern. O'Neal, left side over to Jack. Whitlock fronting Jones. Pass goes inside, and Jones misses off the glass.
Definitely got to get him catching the ball on the move. He's nowhere near as effective.
Whitlock in the lane. A nice spin move, and he gets by Jones for 2.
Slithery move down low.
That's exactly how Coach Hightower described Whitlock, as Lice hits a three-pointer on the right wing.
And that's where they're so dangerous, as they get down. Those wings are on the floor, get set, and shoot a quick one there.
30-26, Southwestern in the lead with just over 4. As Molina misses a three-pointer, Lice got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds, so the Pirates will get the ball underneath the basket.
Nice little set there. Good shot by Chris Molina, but Ben Stiver working really hard on the glass.
Zach Whitlock leads the Pirates with 10 points. Nathaniel Jack has 10 points for Hardin-Simmons. Keyed inside. Whitlock to the hole, and that was uncontested.
Nice play. Nice fake handoff. Kept it. One bounce and a goal. Nice play on the inbounds by Coach Hightower.
Whitlock has 12 points. Jack looking inside. Now kicks it over to the left side. Inside to Jones. Back out to O'Neal. He'll take a deep three-pointer, and Molina was there.
That's 2 in a row. They're starting to heat up from behind the arc.
And O'Neal's able to knock it down as Kim brings it back up court. 32-29. Kannegeeter over to Molina. Now setting a screen for Stiver, who just fought right through it. And honestly, I thought they were going to call an offensive foul there as Christian O'Neal hit the floor.
He tried to jump the screen there, and it looked like he was still sliding a little bit. They're trying to do, that's another point of emphasis this year, is trying to let cutters be able to move, and you can't take away those positions from them.
Being on the rules committee, those are things that you notice. I noticed somebody hitting the floor.
Yes, that's what we're trying. We're trying to get guys off the floor a little bit and allow some movement in the game. When the game is played with movement, it's a lot of fun to watch, and very beautiful game. When it's as I used to call it, a wrestling match, or when guys are just beating each other up, it's just nowhere near as entertaining.
Cameron Barnes checks back in as Stiver hits the free throw. Pirates 6 of 11 from the free throw line.
That's 5 points we've given away. That's something you can't do in games like this against a good team like Hardin-Simmons. You can't give away free points.
Shot 60% in the last game. And Stiver knocks down both, so 7 of 12 from the line of the Pirates, and they lead at 34-29. Christian O'Neal, left-hand dribble, doesn't take the screen, instead shoots one from the baseline and misses everything. Stiver comes away with a rebound.
Great box out by Ben Stiver there.
Cannigator on top, gets it to Kim. In the lane, trying to lob it up to Whitlock. Takes a couple of dribbles, now misses off the glass and commits a foul as Justin Jones at least had a hand on the ball.
A little frustration there on Zach Whitlock. He got hit a little bit in there, not enough to call the foul, and then he just reached on. That's one of those ones. It's a second foul. It could be a big foul as we go later in the game.
34-29 with 3 to play. Here in the opening half, Southwestern on top. Cowboys will call a timeout. Craig Karst was off the bench, and that's, again, one of those times where the coach would usually try to get that timeout called, but it was all the players that had to turn to the referees and make that call. That's one of the changes this year as well.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it could cause that many problems, but it's just a communication thing, and the object of that is to try to get the officials to concentrate on the game, not worry about who's yelling at them from the sidelines, who's looking over their shoulder. So
kind of like in those situations where the ball's on the ground, there's a big scrum. So instead of having to worry about, hey, is he calling a timeout over here, you can concentrate on who actually has the ball.
Yeah, that's where one of the big ones, the big areas is. But, again, 3 minutes to go here. 5-point lead for the Pirates. Worry right now is Hardin-Simmons is starting to get hot from behind on the arc, made their last couple. We've got to end up executing here, playing good defense. The Pirates done a great job in the first half playing defense without fouling, which is very important. Keep them off the free throw line. But we've gone into our bench a little bit now with Whitlock getting his second foul.
Yeah, that's Randy Flowers checking in, a freshman from Athens, Texas. Another 6'8 player, 6'8", 175-pounder. So they got the two freshman Twin Towers in there for the Pirates and head coach Jensen Hightower. Flowers out of Athens, Texas, and Stan Cannigator from the Netherlands.
They're both young men. You look at them now, they need to put on some weight, but it's a good sign early on that they're able to get in the first half of a game like this. It's great experience, and it'll pay off come conference.
Coach told me that Cannigator had actually put on 20 pounds since he arrived on campus. He arrived at 175. He's up to 195.
And hopefully he'll be 225 by the end of next year.
Pirates in the zone look as Dixon fires a three-pointer, and Stiver comes away with the board.
Another great box out. The two big guys boxed out low, and Ben Stiver was able to get that rebound.
Molina on top, now run to the point. Kicks it over to Kim. Here's Molina with a wide-open three from straight away. Hits off the front rim, though. And it's knocked around. Cowboys come up with it. They've got numbers. It's a 3-on-2. And a ball's knocked away, but a foul's called. I think that was Connor Kim that got into his body.
Yeah, he put two hands on him as he made his move to the goal. It was an easy call by the official. But, again, that's a good look for Chris Molina on top. You know, Pirates are 1 of 7 from behind the arc, and they've had probably 3 or 4 real good looks. And those are things that we just got to make sure we knock them down.
Cameron Barnes picks up his first point of the ball game as Kerry Sanders checks back in, replacing Cannigator.
That's 2 minutes out. This is a big time for the Pirates. See if they can extend the lead. Worst case, hold the lead where it is until the halftime whistle.
Barnes misses the second. It's 34-30 in favor of Southwestern with just over 2 minutes left. Bounce pass inside for Flowers. Knocked away by Jones briefly, but Flowers able to get it back outside. Sanders here on the right wing. Now into the lane. Bounce pass for Flowers. That one up, but a little bit short. Sanders with the offensive rebound. Tried to kick it back outside, but threw it straight to Cameron Barnes, who's back the other way, going 1-on-2. And he's going to get the hoop in the arm.
Second foul on Connor Kim there. That's what Kerry Sanders had. Great offensive rebound. Again, with a lead, you kind of take your time, run some offense. Right now, without Ogden on the floor, without Whitlock on the floor, I don't know where the Pirates are going to find the scoring here. They've got to do it as a team, get ball movement, find some good looks.
Well, the Cowboys are within one now. It's 34-33 as Barnes connects on the and one. He's got the last 4 points for Hardin-Simmons. Molina into the front court. Bounce pass to the elbow to Flowers. Now kicks it back out to Molina on the wing. Left-hand dribble through the lane. It's blocked by Jones, but a foul was called onto the play as Molina ran into the standard underneath the basket.
Essentially, Chris Molina came here as a standstill jump shooter, and he's really worked on his ability to drive to the basket. Really put some time in the weight room. He's gotten very strong, and it's a good, strong move here. Let's see if he knocked down the free throws.
Molina's first free throw rattles in as Ryan Ogden checks back in. He'll replace Randy Flowers. 1:28 to play, 35-33. Molina had just 4 points in the season opener. He's up to 9 here in the first half. Make it 10. So double figures for Chris Molina. Ryan Ogden's back into the game for Southwestern. Straight up top, Ryan Less with the ball. Dixon inside for Jones. Stripped away.
Great help by Molina.
By Chris Molina. Ogden comes away with it. Here comes Connor Kim.
Pirates are doing a great job of circling the post. Not a good shot.
Sanders tries to bank in the three-pointer. It's too long. Dixon comes away with a rebound, and Molina's going to be called for the foul.
That's where the Pirates show their youth a little bit. Kerry Sanders' game, he's a tough guard. He's a guy who can get to the rim, but coming off a screen and shooting a three at the top of the key that early in the shot clock is not going to make Coach Hightower very happy.
And he was a few steps behind the three-point line. It wasn't a straightaway. It wasn't definitely uncontested as he had a hand in his face. Deshaun Dixon rattles in the first free throw. It's 36-34. 1:02 to play. Dixon has one more.
That's the toughest thing with young players is getting them to realize what they can and can't do. And that's not Kerry's game.
Under a minute to play, 36-35. Southwestern clinging to that 1 point advantage. Sanders comes up, and now there's Ogden. He'll take the three-pointer. It's a little bit long. Offensive rebound for Ben Stiver as he fights it away, and a foul's called. And it looks like it's going to be Hardin-Simmons whistled for the foul. It was almost unsure who he was calling it on.
That's great hustle by Ben Stiver. He just outworked the Hardin-Simmons player, Deshaun Dixon there. He just wanted it more, kept his hands going, ended up getting grabbed.
44.7 seconds to play. Stiver hits the free throw as Caleb Spoon, a starter for the Cowboys, comes back in. 6'4", 170-pound sophomore from Breckenridge, Texas. He'll replace Deshaun Dixon, who I believe just picked up his second foul.
Hardin-Simmons had a ton of fouls here in the first half.
Stiver knocks down both free throws. It's the Pirates by 3, 43 seconds to go. Now Kerry Sanders is going to be whistled for a foul.
Foul number 23, Kerry Sanders.
Again, that's that point of emphasis right now. If a guy drives and you put two hands on him, the whistle should be low. Get the guys to change their mindsets.
Free throw miss, but an offensive rebound by Barnes, and he'll lay it in. So 38-37, Ogden triggers it in to Kerry Sanders. Just 32 seconds to play here in the first half.
It's loose on it. That can't happen on an offensive rebound.
1 point lead for the Pirates, 25 seconds to go. Sanders to the hole, and that was a very athletic play as he gets it to go. 3 point lead for the Pirates. Justin Jones on the left wing. Knocked away by Sanders.
Give it up.
Sanders going to the hole, gives it up to Ogden, and he's going to be called for a travel. Looked like he held onto the ball just a little bit too long. He was trying to decide where he was going, spun into the defender, laid it off to Ryan Ogden, but was called for the travel before that.
That's a tough one for the official. He caught the ball, got caught on his hip a little bit, and I don't know. I don't think he walked, but I think he got caught on his hip, and they're going to call that 9 times out of 10 to be a travel. So that's a tough one. But again, it probably should have hit Chris Molina for a wide open 3 in that transition, especially with the time running out.
5 seconds to go. Here's Ryan Lice, guarded by Connor Kim, all the way to the hole. He gets it off, and it goes, and it counts. So Hardin-Simmons goes the length of the court in under 6 seconds, and it's going to be 40-39 at the half. Southwestern still has that lead, but they missed on several opportunities, Bill, down the stretch.
Yeah, that's their inexperience. They came up and pressured it. You want to pressure the ball there, but you want to try to keep the ball in front of you. And they let it go, and a nice long, went the length of the floor to knock it in. We're a 1-point game here at the half. Pretty good, pretty entertaining game so far. Pirates have got to do a little bit better job of staying focused on stopping them. They give a lot of points in the final 6 or 7 minutes of that half.
Take a quick look at some of the halftime statistics. Again, Southwestern leads at 40-39. Pirates shooting 38.9% from the floor. I'm sorry, again, 38.9% from the floor. Hardin-Simmons, on the other hand, shooting 50%, 15 of 30. And the three-pointers, Hardin-Simmons hit a couple. They're 3 of 14, though, 21.4%. Southwestern 1 of 9, 11.1%. The free throw line, that's kind of been the difference for Southwestern. That's why they got this lead right now. 11 of 16, shooting just under 70%. Hardin-Simmons only 6 of 8 at the line.
Well, I mean, it bodes well that, hey, you got a lead, a team shot over 50% against you, so that's good. We only shot in the 30s, so there's a lot of improvement. But again, you got to finish at half, and we had an opportunity to expand the lead there and end up letting them get back within a 1-point game. But hey, now it's a 20-minute basketball game with a 1-point game.
Zach Whitlock was the SCAC Player of the Week. We had a chance to speak with him before the game.
I'm joined now by Zach Whitlock, a junior forward for the Southwestern University men's basketball team. And Zach, Pirates got off on the right foot last week, beating Howard Payne in the season opener, down by 14 points in the second half. What was the key to get going and getting the momentum back on your side to get back in the game?
The key, I think we just had to keep fighting. You know, we knew we could come back, and as long as we kept on going, we knew we would get there.
Was there something that Coach Hightower said to you maybe during the game that really got you back on point and got you playing a little bit better in that contest?
He basically just tried to refocus us, tried to get the margin down slowly, and by the end of the game, we got there.
Now, Zach, you had 23 points and 7 rebounds. Among some other stats, you really stuffed the stat sheet. You had a block as well that turned into a transition three-pointer for one of your teammates, and it was during a key time in the second half. That earned you SCAC Player of the Week honors. And, one thing that we've seen from you is you're a very versatile player. You're playing the 5 right now for the Pirates, but really Coach said you could probably be a 3 as well. So anywhere between that 3 and 5 range, I mean, where do you see yourself on the court?
Me, I think I'm more of like a 4, maybe a 5. I like to get down in the post, but I also like to play on the perimeter some.
And one thing, like I said, we saw you do, you were able to run transition offense and get down the other side. You had a nice little bounce pass into the corner to one of your teammates for that three-point shot at the time. So being able to run the floor, that's not a typical thing that a 5 can do on most teams. How do you see this team, just the makeup of it? How do you see it? How do you see the team progressing this year?
Well, we have a lot of assets on our team, and we got shooters, we got people that can run the floor, do just about everything. I think that's going to be deadly this year for us.
Another of the guys that did really well in Friday's season opener was Ryan Ogden, a sophomore post. Really hitting the boards hard with you in that contest. He actually had a double-double. What does Ryan bring to this program?
Ryan brings a lot of energy. He gets on the board, he can get offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and he can shoot the 3 just as well, too.
Another guy that came off the bench that did really well, another sophomore, was Kerry Sanders. He came in and seemed like he was a spark plug, especially in that second half. Is that something that you expect for him to bring the energy off the bench?
Yeah, for Kerry, I expect a lot of energy out of him. In practice, he's always one that's talking. So off the bench, it's good energy to bring to the floor.
And being one of the leaders on this team this year, I mean, you got a tall task. You don't really have that many upperclassmen. You only have one senior, and that's Chris Lee. So what have you learned from Chris Lee in your years here at Southwestern?
Don't take anything for granted. Come to practice every day and just give it your all, because your days are limited, and you just got to work harder and harder each day.
And Zach, you yourself, you're from San Angelo, Texas, and you came all the way over here to Georgetown to play for the Pirates. And how did that come about? How did you make your way from San Angelo to Georgetown?
One of the deciding factors was definitely my mom. She lives over here in the area. And then I came on a visit, in the spring, and just fell in love with the campus and the school and everything else.
And you're a physics major here at Southwestern. What do you plan on doing with that degree once you graduate from Southwestern?
Right now, I really don't have any plans. Just playing it by ear.
So what drew you to a physics major?
I don't know. In high school, I always was good at math, and I just figured, why not try something and see if I liked it, and I ended up liking it and just stuck with it.
And are you living on campus currently?
Currently, I'm not. I'm with my mom.
And have you lived on campus in the past?
Yes, my first 2 years I was on campus.
And did you live with any of the guys on the team?
Yes, my sophomore year I lived with Ben Stiver.
Can you give us a little insight into Ben Stiver? Is there anything about him that maybe would embarrass him a little bit or that other people may not know?
Ben is probably the biggest Taylor Swift fan you'll meet. He has a poster of Taylor Swift on his bedroom door.
A poster of Taylor Swift on his bedroom door. So a college student, there's a lot of college students that like Taylor Swift, but probably not many basketball players, at least men's basketball players. So Ben Stiver is a Taylor Swift fan. Is he a closet Taylor Swift fan, or is he someone that everybody knows he's a Taylor Swift fan?
No, it's definitely everyone knows he's a Taylor Swift fan. Every time we go in the car or something like that, he's the first person to put on Taylor Swift.
So if he had the choice of game day music, we'd be playing Taylor Swift at all the games.
He would be playing Taylor Swift at every game.
All right, Zach, well, we appreciate you dishing on your teammate. Let's talk a little bit more about you specifically. What do you think is your biggest asset to this ball club?
My biggest asset, I would have to say, is just the defensive end, Last year, I took a lot of charges and got a bunch of defensive rebounds. And hopefully, if I can keep that up this year, we'll be pretty set.
All right, and another thing we wanted to make sure that we talked about is just maybe your relationship with Coach Hightower. So, Coach Hightower, he's a young coach. This is only his second season as a head coach at any level. What have you seen out of him, and how do you think he relates to the players?
Hightower, he gets us. He used to play college ball too, so he understands what we're going through, and he helps us to see the plays better and understand the game.
All right, and does he still get out there on the floor and try to mix it up with guys in practice?
In practice, no, but I've seen him in intramurals play a couple of times, and he still got it.
Do you think he can outshoot anyone on the team?
Outshoot some of the people? I don't think he can outshoot. Maybe I think Chris Lee, Ben, Connor, Chris Molina, I think they can outshoot him, but maybe he can probably outshoot the rest of the team.
All right, Zach. Well, thanks for talking to us today, and we'll let you get back to what you got going on. Again, congratulations on being named SCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week.
Thank you.
That was an interview that we taped with Zach Whitlock earlier in the week, and we got another one that we talked to Coach Hightower a little bit about his recruiting process and what he looks for in kids that come to Southwestern.
Well, we're back with Coach Hightower, and Coach, we want to make sure that we get a chance to talk to you about recruiting, not specifically kids that you're recruiting currently and their names, or maybe some of the commitments that you already have for next season. But we just want to talk to you a little bit and find out what type of kid you're looking for, what type of student athlete you're looking for here at Southwestern.
Yeah, I think first of all, you go watch summer and club games or high school games, and you're looking for kids that can play the game well. And you have to bring in some sort of skill set or talent or potential. But after that, you have to get to know the players and their families. We want to bring in guys that are going to do well on campus, that are going to do well in the classroom here, and that will fit our culture. And that's one of, a lot of people say family, but we have to mean it. We have to be able to sacrifice for each other. Players that show respect to coaching staffs, are they coachable, and do they continue to fight during their games? I like to go to games and watch the reactions to referees, to coaches, on the bench, and really try and see their character. So those are the things we're looking for, and you have to be smart to get in here and do a good job and be willing to work hard in the classroom.
Now, Coach, you're from Oklahoma originally. You played college ball in Arkansas at Hendrix. You coached in Arkansas at Central Arkansas with Corliss Williamson. And obviously you were an assistant coach here on the Pirate staff before taking over the head coaching duties. So is that really your base of recruiting, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, or do you kind of branch out from that?
Well, I think the state of Texas is so large, and there's so many great places to recruit from in our location. Being Central Texas, we can try and recruit DFW, Houston, San Antonio, Austin area. It's a great place to recruit to. We're 3 hours from everywhere. We've even got a few West Texas kids as well. So I think we start in Texas. There's a lot of great players. And then we can branch out to Oklahoma, Arkansas, some if we have a connection with a coach or someone that really is interested in the school. And then California has been good for us. California has players, high schoolers that like to come to the state of Texas. And so we have a couple on the roster, and we've got one from New York. So we've done well, but it starts with Texas, and we go out from there.
And again, a majority of your roster is from Texas. You mentioned the two kids from California, Connor Kim and Ben Stiver, both from the state of California. You have a little bit of an international flavor this season. You got one from the Netherlands. That's Stan Kanegieter. And can you tell us how you got him from the Netherlands?
It was a process. It starts with an email, and so I failed to mention that in the recruiting strategy. You open every email, you turn over every stone, and if you don't, you may miss out on some kids, and we would have missed out on some of our current roster. And it just starts with opening that email, checking out film. The internet's a great thing, and it allows us to recruit out of state and recruit internationally. So it starts with that and exchange emails. Then it was a Skype conversation with Stan and his father over Christmas break, and then he made a U.S. tour in the spring, and we were one of about 5 schools that he visited, and he thought we were the best fit for him.
Stan, a kid, 6'8", 175 pounds coming into the program, but as of yesterday, checked his weight after a little bit of strength training, and he's put on about 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be huge. Any kid we can get that's skilled with some size is probably going to need to grow and need to gain some muscle. So Stan has done a good job, as well as our other freshmen have been working hard in the weight room and on the court. So that's very exciting. They have a lot of potential.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you talking with us a little bit about your recruiting, give us an insight on what you're looking for in a kid. And, we look forward to seeing what kind of kids you bring in here at Southwestern. So fans, stay tuned. We'll have the second half for you in just a few minutes.
Again, that was Coach Hightower. He told us a little bit about his recruiting and what he looks for in kids. We mentioned that most of his roster is from Texas. Got a little bit international flair this year with Stan Kanegieter from the Netherlands. And then he's got a couple from California as well. Halftime, just about 2 minutes away from the second half. It's 40-39 in favor of Southwestern. And, Bill, what did you see from the Pirates that you really liked here in the first half?
Well, our first group really did a great job and extended the lead. When we got into our bench, that's the concern right now. Is the young guys who came in, they're working hard, but they just didn't make some plays, made some poor decisions on both ends of the floor. It's going to be interesting to see how the officials call this game in the second half. Pirates were aggressive and got some fouls on Hardin-Simmons, got to the free throw line. It's always a danger when you get a game half called that way. Will they continue to do it? So it's going to be interesting to see if we can stay aggressive and keep playing defense without fouling.
One more look at the stats. Zach Whitlock leads the Pirates with 14 points. Chris Molina has 10. Ben Stiver scored 7. Ryan Ogden was limited to just 4 because he had 2 fouls. Connor Kim had 2. Kerry Sanders with 2. And Nnamdi Akabogu had 1. On the other side of things, Christian O'Neill and Nathaniel Jack each had 10. Jack had the first 6 points of the ball game for Hardin-Simmons. Cameron Barnes with 6. Ryan Lice with 5. Justin Jones had 4. Hopper had 2. Deshaun Dixon had 2 as well. Again, 40-39 Southwestern with the lead.
And Whitlock and Ogden having 2 fouls each. Whitlock picked up one late there on missed a shot close and then banged on the guy. Those are things that are going to come back and haunt us a little bit if they need to be able to stay out of foul trouble. The first 5 or 7 minutes of this half, we'll see if those two can play without fouling, because we need them in the floor. We're a different team with both those guys on the floor, definitely with one of them on the floor. So we're going to see where we go. I thought Ben Stiver had a great first half. Really played well, got after it, rebounded, worked hard, got to the free throw line and made his free throws. But he's one of those kids, you look at him, doesn't run up and down the court very fast, doesn't jump very high, but boy, he's got a good basketball IQ and he's tough and he knows how to play.
We'll have a good feature that'll run on Ben Stiver at halftime of Saturday's ball game. Stiver, 6'2", 200-pounder. He's a junior guard from Fullerton, California. He's got 7 points and 4 rebounds tonight. Chris Molina will inbound the ball for the Pirates as the second half is underway. Connor Kim flips it over to Ryan Ogden on the right side. Back up top to Whitlock. Now there's Stiver on the left wing. He'll hit Molina, who will step out and take a 3 as Justin Jones was closing out late. Whitlock with an offensive rebound as the 3 ball was a little bit short. Ogden now quickly to the hole. Reverse layup is no good. And Christian O'Neill will push it back the other way.
Great set. Got a good look for Molina. He's just got to make some of those.
O'Neill will slow things down as he kicks it over to Jack. Looking inside for Jones. Now passes to Hopper. Inside to Jones, who will kick it out to Cameron Barnes, who hits the 3, and he came on late in the first half.
Good little set there by Hardin-Simmons. Went inside and out the opposite side. Good screen, got a good shot.
Cameron Barnes now has 9 points, and Hardin-Simmons has a 42-40 lead, but that's short-lived as Connor Kim scoops one in with the left hand. It's 42-all. Here's Barnes again. That one's a little bit short, though, from the right wing, and it goes out of bounds. And they say it went off on Nathaniel Jack, so the Pirates will take the ball back.
Good finish by Connor Kim at the rim there. He's a penetrator, can get to the rim. Sometimes he doesn't realize how small he is, and against some of the size, it makes it very difficult.
Connor Kim brings it back up the floor. Down inside to Zach Whitlock. He turns around, pump fakes, and tries to get around Justin Jones, who commits a foul.
Nice little pump fake there. Got both hands on him. A good call by the officials. That's one of the goals, trying to clean up that in the game. But that's a tough guard for Justin Jones. Whitlock about 8 feet out facing him.
Justin Jones now with 2 fouls. They're going to reset the shot clock as the foul was made underneath the basket. Connor Kim will trigger it in for Southwestern. 42-all with 18:40 to play here in this second game of the year. Nice bounce pass to Whitlock, and he'll score it off the glass.
Oldest play in the book. Screen the screener. Works like a charm. Works at the 8th grade level, works at the college level.
Connor Kim connects with Zach Whitlock, and the Pirates are up 44-42. And then again, that lead is short-lived as Justin Jones is found underneath the hoop.
Nice catch and finish by Justin Jones. There's a tough catch.
Ogden swings it over to Connor Kim. Molina popped up. Now Stiver leaks out to the left side. Misses the three-pointer. Ogden comes up with the rebound. Put it back up, but it's off the glass and off the rim. Nathaniel Jack with a rebound. Here's Cameron Barnes from the wing. That one misses. Stiver with another board.
That was a good penetration by Connor Kim. Got a good look by Stiver on the wing. But you can see when Hardin-Simmons gets the rebound, they take off.
Bounce pass on the left side to Ryan Ogden, guarded by Hopper. Spin move to the baseline side and scoops it in.
Good strong move by Ryan Ogden. That's a sophomore there. You can see the time he's put in the weight room. He wouldn't have finished that last year as a first year, but he's getting there as a sophomore.
Chris Molina almost came up with a steal in the backcourt for the Pirates. Christian O'Neill was able to hang on to it. He has the ball here on the right wing, guarded by Molina. Jones backing down Whitlock on the block. Flipped up over to Jones, and he'll put it in easily.
Nice little pick and roll there. Good hard penetration, dropped it off to the big guy for an easy one.
Hardin-Simmons calls the timeout. We're tied at 46 apiece, 17-12 to go. And Bill, just looking down at this schedule that Coach Hightower put together for his team this year, start the year with 4 consecutive home games. We've got 3 over the next couple of days. We got one on Saturday against Texas Tyler, and then next Monday, Mary Hardin-Baylor. It's a challenging schedule to say the least, but at least they open up at home.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Coach Hightower. Again, where we're located, you got to play the ASC schools. We've played Mary Hardin-Baylor for a number of years, played Hardin-Simmons now for a number of years. They're good games because both teams play very similar to the SCAC, so it's great training ground for these guys getting ready for conference play. And at this level, that's the big one. You got to be able to be ready for January when conference comes and win the conference championship and conference tournament is what your goal is every year. So it's a good challenging schedule, but it's nice to get them at home.
Southwestern will play 8 games against ASC teams. The first 6 are against the ASC. They'll make a return trip to Abilene to take on Hardin-Simmons on November 28th. That's the first road game, and then they'll play over in Austin against Concordia, Texas, before hosting Wayland Baptist on December 15th. And conference play doesn't open up until January 2nd. They take on the defending champion Texas Lutheran Bulldogs.
And we got a nice little challenge down in San Antonio right after Christmas with Illinois Wesleyan, who's always a perennial Division III contender, and then Hendricks, who had a great run last year and got to the NCAA tournament.
Ben Stiver with the ball, passes it over to Connor Kim, driving to the lane, trying to kick it out to Whitlock, who was coming with him. So that ball got away from him, went out of bounds.
Looked like he should have just pulled up and shot the open 15-footer at the foul line there. A little over-penetration on Connor Kim's part.
Connor Kim with 2 assists tonight. Just trying to pick up a third there. The ball got away from him a little bit as Whitlock knocks that one out of bounds. Cowboys are going to keep it under their own basket.
You can see what Hardin-Simmons is trying to do. They're trying to go to Justin Jones deep, and if you collapse too much, they're going to shoot the 3.
Ryan Lees checks back in. Taking over for Christian O'Neill at the point guard spot. Jack with the ball on the left side. Kicks it up to Lees. Now to Jones, back to Lees. Over in the corner to Barnes. Lees will take a 3-pointer. And I think he missed everything. Jones will try to keep it in, but he'll just throw it out of bounds.
About 2 steps behind the arc there. That's a shot you're willing to give up.
Pirates look like they'd opened up in that zone look again for that 3-point attempt. 46 all, 16:28 to play. Connor Kim almost had it stripped, but Ryan Lee's going to get called for a foul.
A little bailed out on that one. Good, hard, aggressive play on the ball.
So Ryan Lees does pick up the foul. That's his second. Hardin-Simmons has 2 here in the half. Another reset of the shot clock. They'll have to throw it in one more time.
Early season problems. takes a little while to get everybody back up to speed.
Does look a little weird looking up and seeing the 30-second shot clock instead of 35-second. Connor Kim takes a contested 3-pointer, and Ryan Lee's going to be called for his 3rd foul. Heard Craig Kars just asked Lees right away, did you touch him? And Lees isn't looking him in the eye, so go ahead.
I think he knows he got him on the elbow, and that's always a tough one for the official to see, but Randall Anders over there is a good official, and he had a good look at it.
Greg Carson, his 8th season as the head coach of Hardin-Simmons, actually picked up his 400th career win in the season opening victory against Schreiner last week. Offensive rebound by Stiver. He puts it up and in.
2 missed free throws there by Connor Kim. Got to take advantage of that, but great hustle bail to his teammate Ben Stiver, doing a great job on the glass.
Stiver picks up 2 more points. Nathaniel Jack with the ball over to Hopper on the left wing. Guarded by Stiver. Now inside, Whitlock tries to get a hand on it. Jones corrals it and puts it in.
That's where somebody in White's got to go help him. Zach did a great job of fronting him, got his hands on it, but nobody from White, from the Pirates, collapsed on that one to get their hands on that loose ball.
So in that situation, who should be the help defender?
Really, any one of the 3 that were close.
Connor Kim with a floater in the lane. He gets it to roll in. 50-48 Southwestern.
Nice drive by Connor. He's getting to the rim again here in the second half. He's got a couple to go.
Got a wide open lane to go through. Nathaniel Jack quickly inside to Jones, and he puts it up and in for 2. And back and forth we go. Tied at 50 apiece with just over 15 to play.
Nice little slip of the screen there by Justin Jones. A good find. They do a little bit better job of pressuring the ball.
Zach Whitlock just above the free throw line. He'll drive inside, and Jones gets a left hand on it to block it. 2 Pirates hit the floor. They're going to call jump ball. Whitlock was trying to call a timeout. Is that Chris Molina? No, it's Ben Stiver that was on the floor. Whitlock, he didn't give up after he got blocked. He went straight to the floor for the ball.
It's great when you see 2 guys like that. Zach Whitlock dove, Ben Stiver dove. It's great hustle. Great block by Justin Jones there. Strong move by Whitlock, and sometimes length beats you.
Yeah, Justin Jones, 6'8", 215-pound junior from Wichita Falls, Texas. It's hard to believe he's only a junior. He's been a key part of that Hardin-Simmons lineup in the last couple of years. He can extend things and shoot outside, but today he's doing his damage inside. So that ball's knocked away by Ben Stiver.
Good defense there by Ben Stiver. A little overmatched.
Nnamdi Akabogu checks back in for the Pirates. 6'3", 225-pounder from San Antonio. Taking over for Zach Whitlock, who leaves with 16 points. Christian O'Neill with the ball. On the left wing, driving to his right, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, in and out, no good. Chris Molina corrals the rebound.
Good team rebound by the Pirates there. We're gonna get Ryan Ogden going a little bit here. If we can get him going, we'll be able to extend a lead.
Akabogu inside, a right-handed jump hook, no good. Stiver gets a hand on it and knocks it away, and actually they're going to say Jack knocked it away.
We'll take it.
We saw what we saw. We called what we saw, but he's asking for help on the baseline, and both of them shaking their heads, say, nope, you got it. So the Pirates retain the possession 50-50 with 14:20 to play. Connor Kim with a pull-up jumper from the left elbow. No good. Just over the outstretched hands of Akabogu. But he goes to the floor to pick it up. Misses the jumper in the lane, and Jones comes up with a rebound.
So, good offensive rebound. Just bad break on the missed shot.
Justin Jones at the top looking inside. Now passes it over to Dwayne Hopper. Up top to Caleb Spoon. Now over to Christian O'Neill. Now Jones on the block, working against Akabogu, who reached in with the left hand.
Well, he got away with the foul in the first one there, drove him, dislodged him in the post. Again, another point of emphasis they should be calling, and then he got behind him and just whacked at him.
Akabogu's first foul. Spoon triggers it into Jack, knocked away. Molina knocks it out of bounds. He thought that he had tipped it off of Christian O'Neill's hands. Cowboys are going to inbound it in front of their bench. Here comes O'Neal around the screens. On the right wing, guarded by Molina. He'll pass it to Jack, who throws it inside quickly. Pirates collapse. It'll be kicked outside. And Hopper misses the three-pointer, but he was fouled by Stiver.
That's a tough thing to guard when 40 never left the lane. He caught the ball in the post, looked to score, kicked it out, never left the lane. But kicked it out to a shooter, and Stiver hit the...
Yeah, Stiver got a piece of Hopper who went to the floor, so he'll shoot 3 free throws. First one's good. Dwayne Hopper, 6'5", 215-pounder from Abilene out of Wiley High School. Second shot on the way is good as well. It's a 2-point lead for Hardin-Simmons with one more free throw. Hopper scored 9 points. Season opening win at Shriner last week. He misses there, so 2 of 3. Hardin-Simmons with a 52-50 lead, just over 13:30 to play. Connor Kim into the front court. Spins to his left side. Bounce past Akabogu. Back to Kim. He goes to the hoop, and he's going to go straight at Justin Jones. He's saying he was straight up. The problem was he was straight up and 2 feet into the air off the ground.
Well, that one is a tough call for the official. I thought it was a good call because he didn't go straight up. He went with him. And if you're moving, it's going to be a foul. But there's also a thing we're trying to get away from is the offensive player seeking out the contact. And I thought Connor did a pretty good job of attacking the rim and let the contact happen. But, again, that's one of the toughest calls for officials is that verticality.
Kim bangs in the first one and rolls in the second one. We're tied at 52 apiece. Cameron Barnes checks back in. He'll take over for Caleb Spoon for the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys. Getting picked first in the ASC West Division. They were 20-7 a year ago, 15-5 in ASC play. That conference been split into divisions this season. Hardin-Simmons in that West division with a lot of tough teams. Howard Payne, one of those. Southwestern took care of them last Friday night. Ryan Ogden stretching out there and knocking it away.
That west side with Concordia and Mary Hardin Baylor and McMurray. Nothing's easy. Howard Payne is nothing easy.
Nothing easy. Sol Ross even, that's not an easy game anymore. O'Neal takes a deep three-pointer. It's short. Ogden comes up with a rebound.
Not easy to get to either. But
no, definitely not. That trip to Alpine is a tough one. Ogden on the top, over to Molina. He looked at the three-pointer, now goes to the floor. And it looks like Cameron Barnes helped him go to the floor, so he'll be called for the foul.
He stuck a leg out and tripped him on it. It's an easy call for the official.
Well, Barnes initially put his hands up like, what happened? And then he immediately went to help Chris Molina up, so he knew he got a piece of him. So bench warnings being called on Craig Kars. A little bit out of that coach's box, just asking what was going on. Ball inbounded to Connor Kim in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline over to Chris Molina.
A little bit of zone here by Hardin-Simmons.
This is what they've been known for in the last few years, but it was a 1-3-1. On the baseline to Ben Stiver. Jones can't get there in time, and Stiver lays it in.
I tell you, he's a study in the pump fake. The only way he got that shot off was pump fake.
That can either be on Akabogu or Molina, depending on which official calls it.
They're going to get Molina there. Again, that's that stick the arm bar out as a guy drives. It's one of those things. Guys got to get their hands up.
Molina got a little bit too much body contact as well. If it wasn't on him, Akabogu would have been called for reaching in.
Yes, without a doubt.
54-52, Southwestern with the lead. Jack with the ball for the Cowboys. Jones at the free throw line, going to the block. He lays it in, and I think they're going to say that it was on the floor. Actually, it should be on the floor.
That was Akabogu. He again just wasn't in good position.
Rode him all the way to the block.
Yep. Justin Jones just caught it, wheeled, went strong.
Kerry Sanders back on the floor for Southwestern, leading 54-52. Jones in the paint, double team. He'll kick it out to Barnes. Up top to O'Neal, guarded by Sanders. Pirates showing a zone look as well. Outside to Hopper. Here's Barnes getting free. He'll take one from a little bit on the right wing side.
Nice box out.
Kerry Sanders with a rebound. Quickly into the front court. Spins. Has a couple of defenders on him. He'll give it off to Ryan Ogden, who doesn't shoot it. He'll pass it over to Connor Kim. Cowboys sticking with the zone. Pirates trying to go over the top of it. It's Ogden with a three-pointer. He'll miss, and a foul's called on the floor. Looked like Ben Stiver was fighting for that rebound and got pushed out of the way by Dwayne Hopper.
He just slipped inside Hopper there, and Hopper just pushed him in the back. It's an easy call by the official. Good shot by Ryan Ogden, but we've got to get him rolling a little bit. He hasn't made much tonight after having a great game in the exhibition game against St. Ed's the other night.
Yeah, 19 points in that exhibition in only 22 minutes. And let's see how many he had against Howard Payne. He had 14 points and 11 rebounds against Howard Payne. Ben Stiver doesn't get credit for that rebound there, but he does have 6 rebounds tonight. That one's just as good as a rebound, though. Yes. He's also got 11 points as well.
Well, it's a neat thing, too. Looking at Ogden, he's got 7 rebounds. Not shooting the ball well. He's a great shooter. Has not made it much from the perimeter, but he's still working hard getting 7 boards. And that's something that, again, young players need to deal with. You got to help in more ways than one.
54-52 in favor of Southwestern. 11:51 to play. Timeout was called on the floor. Take a look at some of the stats again. Southwestern shooting 38.5% from the field. Hardin-Simmons just below the 50% clip at 48.8%. Trying to find those turnovers. Southwestern with just 7 turnovers. Hardin-Simmons has 14.
That's good. Great for the Pirates there. Only 5 assists, though, right now for Southwestern, 10 for Hardin-Simmons. And again, it's still trying to figure out how to share the ball a little bit.
3 of those have come from Connor Kim. The other 2, Zach Whitlock. So you're 1 and 5. Those are the 2 guys with all of your assists tonight. Pirates will trigger it in. It's Ryan Ogden with the ball on the right side. Going against Dwayne Hopper. He'll go in the lane. Hangs and hits. So Ogden
That's a good way to get good call by coach there. Get him isolated on the wing and good, strong left hand.
Maybe that'll get him going. 56-52, 11:35 to play. Here's Hopper on the right side, or rather left side, and he gets hammered by Stiver.
I always get a kick out of it. He's over there bouncing around thinking he got it clean. It looked like he got him on the shoulder, on the hip, on the head, and the ball. But that's all right.
It definitely looked like a foul, but you're right. I think he thought he got all of it.
Well, he did get all ball. He just got a lot of the body as well, but that's okay. Again, with Ben, you want him working hard. You want him trying. He's undersized, and he just battles. And it's a 6'1" guy playing against 6'5" guy.
Bill, during halftime we had an interview with Zach Whitlock, and he's a former roommate of Ben Stiver. Actually, he was talking about him. Did you know Ben Stiver is a big Taylor Swift fan?
I did not know that. I've got teenage girls, so am I. So I've listened to a lot of her songs.
56-54 with 11:22 to play. Bounce pass inside. Ogden will kick it out. Sanders will give it up to Kim. He'll shoot the three-pointer. And Stiver fights for another board. Taylor Swift fan or not, he can play basketball here for the Pirates. Connor Kim missed on the floater, and Dwayne Hopper comes away with the rebound. 56-54, 10:58 to play. O'Neal has it knocked away, and no, they're going to say that it's the double dribble. I thought it was knocked away.
Yeah, I think it was.
They're going to discuss it. So Hardin-Simmons is going to keep the ball right in front of their bench.
That's good officiating right there. It looked clearly the ball was knocked away.
It's a baseline official that thought he saw the travel.
Well, from his vantage point, it looked like he dropped the ball and then picked it up and started dribbling again. But it's good work by the official. They're getting together and getting the right call.
Elbow jumper for Nathaniel Jack, who hasn't scored in a while. Ogden comes away with a rebound but gives it right back to Jack. Justin Jones was trying to go up for a dunk, but I think Stiver or Ogden, one of those two, got him. They're going to call it on Ogden because, again, the baseline official saw it.
That's a big call. That's a third foul on Ogden there.
Yeah, it would have been 3 on either Stiver or Ogden, so Ogden's going to get saddled with that foul. Ogden looking and saying, wait, was that really on me? Coach Hightower also asking who the foul was on. I think Nnamdi Akabogu is going to have to come out of the game. He's got blood on him. Looks like just a little scratch on his elbow, so he'll get that one taped up. He was coming out of the game anyway as Zach Whitlock comes in.
That was a dangerous time right now. That's 3 fouls on Ogden. He can't afford to get his 4th.
Ogden still asking the referee if it was really on him. Ben Stiver checks out of the game, and Chris Molina comes back in. So the foul is on Ogden. That's his 3rd. Justin Jones is at the line shooting 2. He misses. Jones with 12 points. He leads Hardin-Simmons. Tell you what, he's got a lot on his shoulders this season. He's really having to be the main man. And without Derek Jefferson, he was that 6'5" forward All-American that they lost to graduation. So Jones misses both. Here come the Pirates leading by 2.
Hey, that's a direct result. One of the things they've done, they go that 1-3-1 look.
Sagging in deep. Whitlock will get past Jones, but he's unable to miss the layup. Ogden's there, but he has it swatted away by Jones. O'Neal up top to Nathaniel Jack. Down inside to Ogden, or rather Jones. Catches, turns, and shoots and scores.
Just too easy. Again, just getting too deep and in rhythm.
Connor Kim flipping it over to Ryan Ogden. He'll take a floater from the baseline and hits.
That's a part of the game that's changed so much.
And travel on Cameron Barnes. Shuffled his feet too many times.
Just wasn't prepared for the catch and kind of caught it and walked in. It was a good call.
10 points now for Ryan Ogden as the Pirates lead at 58-56. It's like Nnamdi Akabogu has been taped up by athletic trainer Kurt Snyder.
One of the best in the business, that Kurt Snyder.
That's right. Connor Kim thought about a three-pointer. Now we'll kick it out to Kerry Sanders. One more pass. Here's Ogden in the corner. and he buries it.
Great job there. Ball, all 4 perimeter players touched it. You can't guard everybody. Eventually got to Ogden. That's a big shot for the Pirates.
Chris Molina passed up a 3-point attempt and got it to Ogden, as Molina's going to get called for the foul. Hopper had him posted up on the block.
Yeah, that's that dislodging in the post. He was caught behind him, and he's just pushing him off. Got to communicate. Got to communicate who you have right now.
61-56, Southwestern with the lead. 9:14 to go. Ben Stiver back on the court for Southwestern, and a few substitutions for the Cowboys as well. Caleb Spoon's back in, so is Ryan Lease. Dwayne Hopper at the line. I believe this is a 1-and-1. Shot up, and it rolls in.
Nice soft touch there by Dwayne Hopper. That touched all of it and still went in.
Hopper with 7 points. He'll get the bonus. It's Cowboys trail 61-57. That one's in. 61-58. Hopper will come out in favor of Deshaun Dixon, 6'4", 180-pounder junior guard from Corpus Christi.
A little bit of pressure here by Hardin-Simmons. That's where Whitlock has got to step up a little bit and attack the big man Justin Jones down there.
Kerry Sanders bringing the ball up court, guarded by Nathaniel Jack. He's listed as a forward, but he plays like a guard. Bounce pass to Whitlock, nobody on him as they give him plenty of room up at the top of the key. Sanders inside, had it poked away from behind by Dixon, so the Pirates are going to inbound with 10 on the shot clock. Bill, 61-58. Pirates are going to inbound it. What kind of play are we looking for on this one?
I tell you, I think you got to get the ball in the Whitlock's hand however you can.
There it goes to Whitlock. He's going to get a chance to drive against Jones all the way to the hoop and in.
That's what makes him so difficult. There's a 6'4" guy can play in the post, but he stepped out to the top of the key, caught it, little crossover dribble, and get to the rim. That's a tough guard for a big man.
Stiver with the steal goes into the lap of Whitlock. He's going to go all the way down the floor. A foul's called on Hardin-Simmons. He had it cradled and was trying to go coast to coast with it.
That's the versatility of Ogden and Whitlock. Those are tough matchups. As I was trying to say before, Justin Jones is a heck of a player, really good in the post, can score. But one of the things you want to do to him is you want to attack him, make him guard, and the more you make him guard, the more difficult it is to score on the offensive end. So I think that was a great play by Coach Hightower. Got the ball to Whitlock and then grab a rebound, go the length of the floor, and get to the free throw line again. So
yeah, Jones has 3 fouls, so he may not have wanted to go right at Whitlock, trying to stay out of foul trouble. 64-58 as Whitlock hits the first free throw. He's up to 19 points. 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 of 13 from the floor. He's also got 3 rebounds and 2 assists.
He's one of the best players in the SCAC. He's got to stay healthy, but if he stays healthy, he's got a chance to be first-team All-League, Conference Player of the Year type of player. He's
the first to 20 points. Whitlock, a junior forward from San Angelo.
And it goes to show you don't need to be bulked up. You just need to be strong. And he's not a big guy, not muscled out anyway, but he is strong in his core, and he does a great job of moving his feet.
Coach described him as slithery when we talked to him in the preseason.
That's a good way.
Missed rebound, or rather a missed three-pointer, and the Pirates knocked it out of bounds.
Stiver just got buried too close to the rim. On long shots, you got to get space. And he got a little bit too close. The ball went over his head. And
65-58. Triggered inside to Jones. He's fouled by Stiver. It's going to be his third.
That's all right. It's not a bad foul. He got the ball real deep. Make him earn from the free throw line. I think he missed his last free throw. So
missed both of them last time. Justin Jones with 14 points as Ryan Ogden and Nnamdi Akabogu comes back in. Whitlock and Kim take a seat. It's nice when you can take out Whitlock and insert Ogden, especially second half Ogden.
Yes. The versatility of the Pirates is one of their strengths. And again, if Nnamdi Akabogu can come up and give them some solid minutes, or the young guys develop, it gives you some versatility to move guys around a little bit. And again, the Pirates are playing without Chris Lee, their senior leader, who, he's just one of those guys, a great defender, can make shots. there's a lot of good things for him. So this is a good test for the young guys like Molina and Connor Kim and Kerry Sanders to handle the team down the stretch here.
You even saw J.T. Williams running the point earlier today. Kerry Sanders to the hoop. Misses on the lay-in. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be going for the Cowboys. Nathaniel Jack had the rebound and then had it knocked away. 65-60 with 7:48 to play, Bill.
That's where young guy like Kerry Sanders went there, tried to shoot over 3 guys. That's when he'll get better and he'll be able to kick the ball to a teammate there.
Ryan Lease pulls up for a 3-pointer. It's no good. Ryan Ogden comes down with another board.
That's one of his strengths. He does a great job on the glass.
He's got 9 rebounds and 1 away from a double-double. Stiver outside to Kerry Sanders, and that one is going to be called on Ryan Lease. He knows it. He's headed straight to the bench. That's his 5th foul. So Ryan Lease is going to check out of the game with 5 points, 5 fouls, and 1 assist.
Just reached on the ball. Just a bad decision.
Christian O'Neill, the starting point guard, checks back in. 6'1", 175-pounder from Lubbock out of Coronado High School. Transfer from Clarendon College.
Still shooting 1-1. Big shots here.
Each team with 8 fouls here in the second half as Sanders knocks down the first, 66-60.
I know Coach Hightower spent some time with Kerry yesterday after going 1 of 7 from the free throw line against St. Ed. So that looked good, looked very confident.
Sanders' second free throw is up and good. That one had nothing but the bottom of the net, 67-60.
Great coaching by Coach Hightower.
Nathaniel Jack with the ball at the top of the key. Over to Dixon, down inside to Jones, guarded by Akabogu. Baseline. Jack is underneath the basket. He'll lay it in. Sean Dixon went all the way to the baseline, hit the floor, but got rid of the ball just in time, and Jack was able to collect it and put it in at 67-62.
Good hard drive there. A little bit of contact, no call, and found Jack.
Ogden with a jumper from the baseline, no good. Rebound to Sean Dixon, and Stiver may be called for his 4th foul.
That was not good offense by the Pirates out there. No one touched the ball other than Ogden. He just dribbled around, and finally shot it.
Stiver has 4 fouls. He also has 11 points.
And that's part of the adjustment process that the officials are going through and the players are going through. The point of emphasis again, there's been 5 areas, and one of them is cleaning up, letting guys be able to rebound and not get banged into. And that was a clean rebound by the Hardin-Simmons player,
Deshaun Dixon, who's at the line.
And and Stiver got into his body a little bit, and he started to play. And again, it's not a lot of contact, but again, it stops the flow, and that's what we're trying to get back in the game.
Dixon misses on the 1-and-1. 67-62. Akabogu working on the post. Going up against Jones with the left hand. Jones might have got a piece of that one. An offensive foul as Chris Molina was able to slide right in front of Christian O'Neill, went barreling into him on the sideline.
Good job by Chris Molina there. That's a tough call for the official. Going our way that time, but that's a nice play. Point guard there was trying to get out in a hurry, and he just stopped him, got in his way, and a lot of times they call that a walk.
Molina, junior guard, 6 foot, 175-pounder from San Antonio. Puts it in play back to Connor Kim. Kim with 8 points and 3 assists tonight. Top of the key. Working on a screen from Akabogu. Going straight at Justin Jones. High off the glass but misses. Akabogu comes up with a rebound. Dwayne Hopper calls a timeout as he was falling out of bounds. He intercepted that pass from Akabogu over to Connor Kim.
That's one of the things. Namdi didn't get much playing time last year. He's still young. He's a junior, but he's really in his 2nd year playing college basketball, and he's just not confident. Nice offensive rebound there. I think later in the year he'll get himself gathered and go strong to the rim.
Akabogu averaged 7.4 minutes a game a year ago. Played 10 minutes against Howard Payne in the season opener last Friday.
He's a great body, strong kid. He's just kind of getting his legs underneath him there, and it just that was a lack of confidence. He had a layup and then try to kick it back out.
You know, we talked a little bit about Southwestern's schedule. Looking at Hardin-Simmons, they open up their first 6 games are against SCAC opponents.
That's with two conferences in such close proximity. That's the way it should be, and it's been something that, again, the ASC schools are starting to play more Division IIIs. A lot of them, as Coach Karsh was telling me before the game, Louisiana College out in Pineville, Louisiana, doesn't play a Division III game until conference, and that's something that that doesn't help the league overall. But it also doesn't help if they have a great year. They've got to win their conference because they're not going to get an at-large bid.
You especially need those games against in-region opponents. Yep. University of Ozarks, another team that comes to mind that's kind of an outlier in the ASC. They're kind of up there in Clarksville, Arkansas, and there are only 2 Division III teams in the state of Arkansas. Hendrix College, the other one. So. Again, Hardin-Simmons will play at Trinity on Saturday. And an interesting game that I noted here, December 16th, they'll be playing Baylor in an exhibition game, and that'll be played at Fort Hood. That's kind of an interesting matchup.
Well, Coach Karsh coached at LSU and been in Division I's for a while, so he has some connections with that. And
over and back as Ryan Ogden picked it up. 67-64, Southwestern with the lead, but they'll turn it over to Hardin-Simmons. Just under 6 minutes to play here at the Robertson Center.
Playing with the ball. This is where we got in trouble. We've got to finish. Got to finish this half.
You don't want to do what Howard Payne did the other night. They had a 14-point lead on the Pirates and got too complacent. Like you said, playing around with the ball. Knocked away by Sanders, picked up by Hopper inside, though, to Jones, and he'll lay it in for 2.
Only complaint I see right now is that Jones does a great job. He never leaves the lane, and it's tough to guard someone who never leaves the lane. This has got to do a better job of making sure he clears that lane area.
Bounce pass inside, but that one's too hard and right at the feet of Ryan Ogden. He's going to get bailed out, though. Akabogu, that is, who had the pass. Dwayne Hopper is going to be called for the foul.
That's a tough one on Hardin-Simmons there because that pass was not catchable. But a good hard cut. And, when you make a good hard cut and you get defense trailing you, good things will happen, even on a bad pass.
Well, this isn't college football, so whether it's uncatchable or not, it's still a foul.
That's right.
They won't be picking up the flag on this one. Ogden's going to go to the free throw line with a 1-point lead, 67-66. He nails the first one. 5:29 to go. 2-point lead as Zach Whitlock comes back in. And Southwestern will be back in action on Saturday. Saturday night they'll host another ASC team, Texas Tyler.
It's kind of like the NBA for them. Play Thursday, Saturday, Monday. Then
have a
get
shoot
a little
around
break
tomorrow.
Yep, get a little break on Thanksgiving and come back right after Thanksgiving. But you got to play games with it. With the academic calendar, you've got to find ways to get games in, and we only have so many opportunities.
Jones in the lane. Connor Kim's going to get called for a foul. He had both hands on the back of Justin Jones.
So he had an opportunity there to step up, get his hands up in the air, and take that charge. And he put his hands on him, and it's an easy call for the official.
Almost looked like he put his hands on him just to show that his hands were up at the time, but both of them landed right on the back of Justin Jones, who's at the line. First free throw is short.
I don't think Jones has come out of the game yet, has he?
He was out for a short time in the first half, but he's up to 31 minutes. Nathaniel Jacks played 32.
Okay. But you see, he's come up a little short on his free throw, and that's conditioning early in the year.
And that's the thing. Hardin-Simmons doesn't have the bigs like they've had in the past, so he's not getting many breathers tonight.
No, not at all.
Marlon Maywin, another guy that I remember from a couple years ago. He didn't play last year for Hardin-Simmons, but he was another guy that helped him win that zone in the post. Whitlock just backs down Jones and muscles it in.
Nice job. Went right to his body. Jones did a pretty good job of keeping his hands up.
Zone look from the Pirates, leading 71-67. Here's Hopper for 3. That one's off the front rim. Sanders with the rebound.
Good battle by Connor Kim. That's not a good matchup for us, but he did a good job in the post and then chased him off. And, again, the 6'5 guy being guarded by a 5'10 guy, and you make him shoot a 3. That's not bad.
Connor Kim listed at 5'9 as Kerry Sanders pulls up for a long 2. Nathaniel Jack with the rebound. Here's Jones, and he's going to get called for traveling. Connor Kim just did enough to just get in his way, and Jones had to drag his foot. And now are they going to call Is that a technical foul or is that a
delay of
warning?
game warning?
Delay of game warning.
That's a tough call because I don't know if he did drag the foot, but it just looked odd. And sometimes with officials, it's something something that looks strange. They're going to have to blow the whistle on. But a good play by Connor Kim by getting behind and getting into his sight and made him hesitate or shuffle his feet a little bit.
71-67, 4:20 to go. Kim picks up his dribble, passes it over to Molina. Left-hand dribble. He's inside the three-point line. That one's a little bit too long, though, and here comes Christian O'Neill. Over to Deshaun Dixon. He'll have a pull-up three-pointer, in and out. Justin Jones with the rebound and the putback. 71.
They do a great job of running the floor. The guys get to the arc and get their feet set, and then when you're scrambling with two Pirates run at him, that let numbers on the glass for him.
71-69, back cut by Molina. Pump fake and in.
Great hard cut.
Good pass by Zach Whitlock as Kerry Sanders knocks that one out of bounds. Pirates shooting 37% from the floor. Hardin-Simmons shooting 47.1%. Timeout on the floor. Pirates still under double digits in turnovers with 9. Hardin-Simmons has 18.
Making our free throws here in the second half, which has been big because we're not having improved from the floor at all. Too many. We got some easy shots. We're just not making them right now. But that's a great action. A little point play where you hit the high post and a little run up, back cut, good hard cut. And I bet you later on, if we make that play again, we're gonna hit the guy stepping back for a wide open three. But 2 of 14 from behind the arc is something that we've got to do a better job. So we got some good looks. Hardin-Simmons at 4 of 24. Both teams have left a lot of points out there, getting some good looks, and just no one's hitting them right now.
But you would think having Chris Lee back on the floor for the Pirates, that will help open up the arc because he's a guy that can distribute. Tonight, and all the guys that are shooting, they're the ones that are having to be the distributors.
Yeah. And he can make them.
Christian O'Neill long on the three-pointer. Sanders tries to run it down, but it goes out of bounds off his right hand.
Chris Molina missed the box out there. He's got to box out first. If he'd done that, it would have been an easy play for Kerry Sanders.
73-69, 3:28 to go. O'Neill over to Jack. He's been quiet here in the second half. Pull-up jumper for O'Neill. That one rolls out. Ogden with the board. I think that's his 10th rebound. It is. He's got a double-double, 15 and 10.
He's a perennial double-double guy.
He's 2 for 2 this season. Molina over to Connor Kim. He was wide open, but he didn't see it. And now he'll drive to the lane. Left-handed scoop layup is no good. It goes out of bounds off of Ryan Ogden's hands.
Right there, Pirates missed. Ryan Ogden was wide open on the wing. And then we just dribbled around, and Connor made a nice drive, but you got to be able to finish it.
It's the second time, at least that I can remember tonight, that Connor Kim has been wide open going through the lane. He hit the first layup. That one he misses as Ben Stiver checks back in.
He's been really struggling this year from the floor. It's something he's got to do. He's got to get because he's got to get, taking 15 shots is an awful lot.
3 of 15 tonight as he's been running the point for most of the game for the Pirates. Justin Jones trying to back down Whitlock, a right-handed hook. Whitlock altered that one a little bit on the floor. And I think are we gonna get a foul or are we gonna get a timeout?
Great scramble there by the Pirates.
Yeah, they are gonna call a timeout. Timeout. 73-69, Southwestern in the lead, 2:37 to go. Again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. The women, they're going to hit the floor for the first time here at the Robertson Center, 0-2 on the year, looking to get back or get things going in the right direction for first-year head coach Lori Morris.
Yeah, they're starting over a little bit. From a conference championship last year, they graduated 95% of their team, so it's a new coach, whole new program. But I've been impressed with what Coach Morris has been doing in practice, and I think she's a heck of an X's and O coach, and we'll see what the ladies can do tomorrow night against UT Tyler.
Coach Morris doesn't quite have a fully bare cupboard. She does have one starter back, and Audrey Garcia, and Olivia Pederas has been shooting lights out this year. She's averaging 20 points a game in 2 games for the Pirates.
Yeah, she's got a chance to be a pretty good player, and they're just trying to, when you graduate players, it's people go into new roles, and that's the toughest thing is someone who's used to being a third or fourth option is the number one option. It takes a little while to get used to that.
Coach Morris coming over from the Air Force Academy, taking her first head coaching job, at least at a four-year school. She was a junior college head coach for a few years. We'll see them tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Zach Whitlock on the left side. Now trying to go in the lane. Pump fake, up and in, and that one's down through the hoop, and he gets the harm.
Great patience by Whitlock. And again, that's a tough matchup for anybody because he can handle it on the bounce. And he hit the middle lane, little head fake. Jones got up in the air, and that's going to be an automatic foul when you come down. But good patience by Zach.
I think that was the key right there. He got Jones in the air, and Whitlock was able to hang up there just enough to get some contact. And he's so athletic, he was able to roll that one in. And he hits the free throw at 76-69 with 2:14 to go.
Making free throws 5 of 7 from behind from the free throw line that's a good sign.
Nathaniel Jack with the ball. Bounce pass over to Hopper, guarded by Stiver. Giving him a little bit of space. Over to Jack on the right wing, guarded by Ogden. Crossover, guarded by Sanders now. He'll dump it inside to Jones. He's fouled by Whitlock. That's going to be his third foul. Whitlock now with 25 points on the night.
I tell you, though, that's a tough guard for Zach Whitlock because they did a ball screen out top with the post still in the lane. They passed it to the guy out the top. Then they threw the ball in. That's longer than 3 seconds. One of the oldest rules in the book is 3 seconds in the middle lane. Never called.
Absolutely. Justin Jones hits the first one, 76-70. And Bill, when Zach Whitlock came into this program, is this the type of player that you envision seeing on the floor?
Yes. when we saw him and once we got him on the floor, he just, he's not an imposing guy, but boy, he just knows how to play.
Connor Kim to the hoop. Can't get that one to go. Justin Jones just reaches up and pulls down the rebound. 76-70 with 1:35 to go. Hopper will fire up a three. That one's off the backboard and doesn't get any rim. Kerry Sanders coming away with a rebound. This is where the Pirates need to be a little bit patient and run some clock. Ogden, though, will go baseline. He'll pull up with a jumper and hits the side of the backboard. 1:20 to play, 6-point lead for the Pirates.
This is where they're inexperienced right now. Without Chris Lee, without a upper-class point guard. Now you just got to play good, solid defense here. Make them take some time.
15 on the shot clock, just over a minute to play in the game. Foul was on the floor. I think he said it was on Kerry Sanders.
And he did. He was riding his hip.
They put it on the board on Ben Stiver, but it was actually on Sanders. So for Sanders, that's just his second foul. But more importantly, it stops the clock for Hardin-Simmons, and they get a chance to get points without the clock going.
Yep.
76-70. Caleb Spoon in and out on the free throw.
Now Southwestern, they're going to press here. Southwestern's got to be patient, making sure they're taking care of it, finding a good shot. Got to, Whitlock or Ogden have got to be the primary shooters with Kim and Molina. Looking for spot-up opportunities. That's about it.
Spoon bangs that one in, 76-71. Sanders. And they back off of Connor Kim, so he's able to run it up court as we cross just under a minute to play. Molina on the right wing, hand check foul to Hopper, and I think that is his fifth. It is, so Hopper is going to have a seat. Dwayne Hopper will exit the game with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and he has now 5 fouls.
That's what's making it tough for me. But again, that's the rule as it is written: is you cannot put hands impede a ball handler. And he put an arm bar on him as he drove. And again, it's a good sign. As a member of the rules committee, I'm excited that they're going to call it. We want them to call it that way the whole game and do a good job. But free throws, got to knock him in.
Whitlock will take a seat with 54 seconds to go. Namdi Akabogu comes back in.
And Ben Stiver getting ready to come back in the game. You want him on the floor on the defensive, even with 4 fouls, because he's just a worker, and he'll get a rebound for you.
Molina missed the first free throw, and he misses the second. Clock's not going. There it goes.
That's Hardin-Simmons 2 big misses right there.
Yep, Hardin-Simmons gets it up floor, 48 seconds to go. Dixon passes up a three-point attempt, and he's going to get a foul. probably could have got called for a travel there. He took like a step and a half extra.
And that's that idea. He went in looking for contact and jumped into contact. That's a tough call right there. But again, for the Pirates, you got to make your free throws.
Absolutely. Molina missed both. And Dixon, who's at the lane, like you said, he might have been looking for that contact. So he hits the first free throw. He took 2 steps, got the contact, but didn't get the whistle. So he took another step and got some more contact, and that's when the foul was called.
And that's one of the tough things. That's one of the reasons we got to this point was what was happening is the team that was leading was fouling a lot at the end of games because the other team was just putting their head down and driving.
Both free throws are good, 76-73, 44.3 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Expect pressure right now for Hardin-Simmons. I think they'll come at them, and we have not done a good job of being patient and making them. When a team pressures you and they're down, if you can execute a little bit, you should be able to get to the rim. Worst case scenario, we've got to get at least 2 free throws out of this possession.
Well, you've got Ogden, Kim, Stiver came in for Akabogu. You got Molina and Sanders on the floor. Who do you want to get the ball to coming out of this timeout?
Well, I mean, Whitlock and Ogden have got to be the 2 guys.
Whitlock's still on the bench right now. He's standing actually behind. It was Stiver who came off the bench. So you got Ogden, Kim, Molina, Sanders, and Stiver.
To me, Ryan Ogden is your go-to guy. The ball's got to go through him. I do like Kerry Sanders, the opportunity to put get to the rim. And Ben Stiver's the type of guy who he's one of those guys who can knock down a big shot here. So I want him in a position where he can catch it and shoot it. But it's going to come down controlling the ball, being strong with it, and making a simple play.
So out of the timeout, Pirates are going to be 94 feet away from their basket. Ryan Ogden's going to inbound it. Kerry Sanders and Connor Kim are in the lane. Ogden gets it into Kim, but it's back to Ogden, and it goes out of bounds. Connor Kim tried to give it back to his roommate, Ryan Ogden, and the pass was behind him, and it went out of bounds. Stiver couldn't save it. So 76-73, it's a one-possession ball game with 41.1 seconds to play. Hardin-Simmons will inbound on their end of the floor. Spoon to inbound. Here comes Jack. Now they'll throw it into Jones. They'll hand it to Jack. 38 seconds to play. I think Hardin-Simmons is looking for a three-pointer.
And I think they'll try to get to the rim.
30 seconds to go. 17 on the shot clock. Nathaniel Jack still dribbling. Gets past Stiver all the way to the hoop, and a block is called on Kerry Sanders. Got there about a half step too late.
Yeah, that was just a bad decision by Ben Stiver. Ben Stiver was out 35 feet from the goal, and instead of letting him dribble out there, he's not going to hurt you. He got closer to him and then got beat down the lane, and then, good hard drive.
Looking to create pressure on the perimeter, and you're right. Nathaniel Jack just got right past him and caused something to happen. Again, the clock has stopped, and Hardin-Simmons has a chance to put in some points. 76-73, 22.7 seconds to go. Nathaniel Jack at the line, but he misses the free throw.
Turns out to be a good foul. We got to get a rebound here.
Still, you're playing with fire when you put somebody at the line in a game like this. Whitlock and Akabogu come out in favor of ball handlers, Molina and Kim. Can't have those turnovers like the Pirates did in the last possession. They'll hit that one, so it's a 2-point game. Craig Karst will call a timeout to talk it over. 22.7 seconds to play.
Now, the shot clock's off here. So Hardin-Simmons has got to – I expect them to pressure hard. Once the ball gets to half court, they're gonna foul. But choice for him, he could foul immediately, try to extend the game as much as possible because we haven't shot the free throws great if you get the right guy.
Pirates tonight, 20 of 29 from the free throw line, 69%. Hardin-Simmons on the other end of things, 22 of 32, 68.8%.
And we missed our last two, Chris Molina, so it'll be interesting to see who they go after. But like I said, right now, with the shot clock off, it'd be interesting to see if they pressure. They're going to pressure the ball, definitely. We've got to be strong with it, got to be simple. This is where I'd like to be aggressive. I wanted to get a team. They're going to be up there trying to see if we can run somebody out and get an easy layup and go up 4. It makes it very difficult to get back in the game if you can get an easy layup in transition. But
well, these two teams have split the last 8 games since the 08-09 season. Hardin-Simmons has won the last 2, though, including an 81-63 victory last December. Southwestern trying to get their first win of the series since 2013, 79-75 win up in Abilene.
Remember it well. It's a good one.
Connor Kim to inbound, 22.7 seconds to go. He'll throw it over to Sanders, who went back out of bounds, and they'll get it into Kim, who's fouled. Clock stops with 19.9 seconds to go. That one was a little bit tricky. You saw initially the pass, and yes, it's legal.
Well, what you're hoping for there is got to reach across maybe and knock the ball there or step across the line.
And that would be a technical foul if that would happen.
But also very risky. But big shots here by Connor Kim. He's got to just step up and knock him in.
He's 2 of 4 at the line tonight, make it 3 of 5.
One of the things I liked about him when we recruited him was he had that something. I don't know what it was. How to describe it. Had an it. And spots like this, I felt he was going to be a guy who could step up here and knock down some free throws.
Connor Kim, a sophomore from, I think this is Atascadero, California.
Yes, it is.
I think I said it right. 78-74.
He's got a brother playing at Trinity right now.
15 seconds to go. Nathaniel Jacks just dribbling it out. Now into the lane. He down and he blocked by Ogden. Sanders comes up with a rebound.
Pass it.
Stiver over to Kim, up to Ogden, and he's going to put the exclamation point on this ball game as the clock continues to run. And this ball game is over. 80-74 is our final score. Ryan Ogden with the exclamation point. And Southwestern stays unbeaten at 2-0 on the year.
Wild finish there, but nice block by Ryan Ogden. I don't know, did they call that three being good? I don't think so. But it doesn't matter.
Well, it was blocked over here underneath the basket. I think they just put the points on the wrong side of the board. Either way, it was 80-74. Check the live stats just to double check. Zachary Whitlock, 25 points to lead the Pirates. It was 80-74 is the final score. So the Pirates improved to 2-0. Zach Whitlock, 25 points, 3 rebounds. But Ryan Ogden, again, second half, Ryan Ogden, he had only 4 points at halftime. Comes out with 13 in the second half, 17 points and 12 rebounds, Bill.
I tell you, and the great thing about him, he struggled shooting the ball tonight. Wasn't easy for him on the offensive end, and he still got a double-digit boards. That's a great play. And again, good win by the Pirates, especially with losing their leader, Chris Lee not being out there. This is a growing-up time for him.
Yeah, the Pirates again 2-0. They'll play Texas Tyler on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Ryan Ogden, we mentioned, with a double-double. Chris Molina had 12 points. Ben Stiver, 11 and 7. And it was Connor Kim with 10 points. So your entire starting lineup into double digits. Couldn't have planned it any better.
They did a good job. Only 10 turnovers on the game. Like I said, good team win. It's a growing-up process. They've got a chance to be a pretty good club here, and they're developing as we go. So good win against a very good Hardin-Simmons team.
Again, the Pirates with the victory here tonight, 80-74.
You need her to?
Yeah, see if you can go get Coach Hightower. See if we can grab Coach Hightower here for a post-game interview.
There we go.
See if we can get him up here. We'll talk for a couple more minutes. But, Bill, again, the Pirates 2-0 on the night. What do you think the big key to the game was for Southwestern?
Well, I tell you, I thought it was a gritty effort. I really think one of the things they did, Justin Jones is a real good player. He had 24 and 10. And I thought we did a great job of attacking him. We made him play on both ends of the floor. And when you make a good player have to defend on both ends of the floor, he's going to make it difficult for him. So they did a great job with that. And again, a team effort. Ben Stiver did a great job. Chris Molina did some good things. Connor Kim didn't shoot it well, and he got to do a little bit better job of that, but I thought he did a good job at the point for him.
Well, Bill, let's see if we can get Coach Hightower here on the if he doesn't mind, don't mind talking about the ball game as we switch the headset over to Coach Hightower. And Coach, you can exhale.
Oh man,
pick up a win. It was a big one too. Down the stretch, you had that 3-point lead, threw the ball away, and then how were you able to hold on to this one tonight?
I got a few more gray hairs, or hairs that are gone now. but our guys battled, and we challenged them. They're a great team, and we fought through. We gave up, some second shots. We battled down the end. We made enough free throws, broke the press enough times, and guys found out a way to get it done.
Yeah, Ryan Ogden, really a second-half player for the Pirates. He had 4 points at halftime, comes out, ends up with a double-double, 17 points, and it looks like 12 rebounds. Pirates only had 10 turnovers on the night, but, how can you explain why is Ryan Ogden, just doing great things in the second half right now?
Because he plays his butt off, and he plays the whole 40 minutes. And he probably wants to win more than anybody else on the court, including myself. He won't stop. He'll fight till he gets injured, has to be taken out, whatever it is. So he's a fighter that can also play extremely well.
You had a tough guy on the other side of things to defend tonight, Justin Jones in the paint. But looking at the stats here, you were able to out-rebound Hardin-Simmons 46-43 and 21-12 on the offensive glass. I'm not sure if you were expecting that or not.
When you miss a lot of shots, there's a lot to get, offense rebounds, but we got guys going to the glass. I mean, we've tried to focus on our 3 through 5 men going on every shot. We were able to do that. We got guys, Ben Stiver, Zach, Namdi, Molina, guys that get in there and mix it up and just knock a ball loose or grab it, and that's huge for us to get us second chances.
Yeah, and Zach, again, 25 points on the night. So a big game for him again. He continues to do great things. And, Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll see you again on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Excited for that.
All right, Coach Hightower picking up the win again here for the Pirates. Southwestern coming out on top, 80-74. And, Bill, we're going to be back on Saturday, but we'll have a women's game tomorrow. The Pirates are going to take on Texas Tyler back-to-back nights, the women tomorrow night and then the men on Saturday.
Well, it's a great win for the Pirates tonight. Great, 2-0 to start the year. 2 good games. Things they can learn from. It's one of the most important things. Good film. The coach can get tomorrow. They're going to shoot around a little bit, save their legs, shoot some free throws, shoot some jump shots. But more importantly, get in there and watch some film. There are a lot of things they can improve on. They're getting better, and that's a good thing. And this is a good Hardin-Simmons team. We're going to see them in another week or so. It'll be a tough game out in Abilene, but a great beginning and a gutty win. I think Coach Hightower said it best. This team they're playing hard. They're playing for each other, and you get your best players stepping up. 25 and 3 rebounds for Zach Whitlock and 17 and 12 for Ryan Ogden, and that's and then you get 3 other guys in double digits. That's a great job overall. So. The starters did a great job. I thought Kerry Sanders did a great job coming off the bench. Nandi gave him some minutes. So they're really becoming a team, and I think that's going to be one of the keys this year. So
Pirates win at 80-74 from all of us inside the Robertson Center. For Bill Raleigh, this has been Tony Baldwin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on Saturday.